everyone, welcome to my yoga channel. My name is Kimberly and it is Yoga Strength Day. We're going to begin with a warm-up sun salutation A. Stand forward on your mat, feet together, straight legs. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, hands firmly on the floor, go into plank. Bend your knees, place them on the floor if need be. Otherwise, hug your elbows into the body as you lower down. Maintain your arms, your biceps, triceps parallel with the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the knees off the floor, roll the shoulders back, look up high at the sky. Firm the buttocks. Exhale. Come into downward facing dog where your feet are hip distance apart. Your heels are reaching for the floor even though they may never touch the floor. Lift the sit bones up to the sky. Elongate the spinal column so that the top of the head is reaching for the space between your thumbs. Pull the belly in. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Continuously lifting the sit bones up. Continuously looking for more space between the vertebrae. Next inhalation, look forward and carefully walk your feet back towards the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Firm belly to support the spine. When you come up on an inhalation, elongate the arms out from the shoulders, look up through the thumbs. Exhale, come back to start position, sun salutation B. Fingers are as close to the floor as possible. If you can't reach the floor, it's okay. Those who can sit their fingers on the floor, I want you to bring your hands a little bit more forward and start trying to get the buttocks closer to the floor. Don't collapse into the buttocks. You have to maintain strength in the legs, otherwise you're going to fall over or it's going to be difficult standing back up. Inhale, come up with knees bent, look up through the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. One day we're trying to get our fingertips and our toes in line with each other. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, walk gently into high plank. And if you need to, set your knees down on the floor. Exhale, bend the elbows, hug them into the body. Maybe your entire body needs to lay down and rest on the floor here. That's okay. Inhale, upward facing dog, firm buttocks, look up, roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, up on the toes, shoulders over the wrists, so that you create space to bring the right foot forward and stand up into Virabhadrasana A or Warrior One. Try to get the thigh parallel to the floor. Exhale, Vinyasa, Chaturanga Dandasana or Yoga Push-Up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward. So again, come forward with your shoulders to create space for the left foot to come forward. Up into Warrior One on the left side, firm leg behind you, lock the straight knee. Exhale, come down into Yoga Push-Up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to remain here for 5 breaths. Feet parallel with each other, meaning the heels are right behind the second and third toe. Sit bones lifted up to the sky. Elongate the spine. Top of the head is reaching for the space between the thumbs. Hollow out the belly. Your belly should look like a swimming pool. Fix it. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Inhale, look forward. Walk your feet carefully back towards the hands. Exhale, fold from the hips. Relax the neck and the shoulders, firm belly. Bend the knees. Get as low as possible with the heels on the floor. Inhale, come up. Keep the knees bent. Hips forward. exhale, Namaste, which means back to the start. Now, we're going to come down into a half plank stretch. So, we're coming into plank and we're down on our elbows. Palms of the hands are on the floor. Press the shoulder blades up, feet are together here, and start rocking the hips from side to side. Working on our core strength, and we're warming up our spinal column and our hips. Pull the belly in, press the shoulders away from the ears, just rocking back and forth, and knees down. Come into extended child's pose. Big toes together behind you, sit the sit bones down towards the heels, arms are straight, palms of the hands on the floor, elbows are reaching for the floor, and the forehead is reaching for the floor. Find space between the vertebrae, press the sit bones toward the heels, stretch the hands even more forward. Inhale, come up into high plank again. From high plank, press the shoulder blades up, and on an exhale, come down on your elbows. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down onto the elbows. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Two more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And downward facing dog. Every time you go into down dog, go through that same routine. Are my feet hip distance apart? Are my heels reaching for the floor? Am I extending my sit bones up to the sky? Am I pressing the top of my head towards the thumbs? And my shoulder blades are together. My shoulders are away from the ears. And I'm looking towards my belly button or between the thighs. This is when you start realizing downward facing dog is a rest pose. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs, find peace in the pose. Now we're going to come back down onto all fours, and we're going to have our elbows on the floor again. And some of us are going to work with our knees on the floor. Those of us that are more flexible and a little bit stronger are going to come into plank. Inhale, right knee to right elbow. And then on the next inhalation, knee to the armpit. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale up to the left armpit. And exhale back. Left side. Inhale, left knee to left elbow. Next inhalation, knee up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, up to the armpit. Inhale, knee to the right elbow. And up and back. Confusing to follow with, do the best you can. Left side, so left knee is going to the right elbow. Left knee to right elbow. On an inhalation, lift it up to the armpit. Exhale, back to the elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Now we're in dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is downward facing dog, but your elbows are on the floor. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, knees down, extended child's pose. Take a rest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, high plank, same sequence, 2 rounds. Your shoulders are on top of your wrists. You have a lot of space between all of your fingers. Don't have weak hands against the floor, otherwise you'll start getting discomfort in the wrists. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale there. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, knee up. And exhale, back into downward facing dog. Left side. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, knee to armpit. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exact same again with a little switch up. Right knee to left elbow. Inhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, up to armpit. Exhale, knee to same elbow. Inhale, knee up to armpit. Exhale, down. Inhale, exhale, rest. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, knee to elbow. Next inhalation, knee to armpit. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Knees on the floor, big toes together, extended child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look forward and upward facing dog. So you're going to sneak your upper body along the floor and press up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward and carefully walk your feet towards your hands. Those that are beginning to get a little bit more balance and strength can start learning how to float your feet back to the hands. Exhale, hang forward. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Slowly roll up, all the way up, shoulders back, goddess pose. So your feet now are going to be a leg's distance apart and rotate the toes outward, sort of in a ballet turned out second position. And bend the knees down, arms go out to side, and it's like you're trying to press the walls away from you. Try to get the thighs parallel to the floor. Elongate the spine so that the top of the head is searching for the ceiling. Press the hips forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees again, goddess pose, hands down to the heart. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Next inhalation, up and exhale, bend again. This time, place your hands on your knees. Maintain firmness in the thighs. Support your upper body with your hands on your knees and fold forward, using your hands with straight elbows to press the knees back. And right shoulder to the camera, while the left shoulder goes to the ceiling, look over the shoulder, and then reverse. So you're looking over the shoulder, really good for your golf swing. Pull the navel in. Again, right side, right shoulder forward. Left side, left shoulder forward. Come back in the middle. Release the arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And come up. Feet together, forward on your mat. So, one of the best poses to really build up the leg strength, the buttocks, is back bends, dropping back. We're not going to do that today, but we're going to work through the process of realizing the strength needed to make it happen one day. So I don't want you to think back bend. I want you to stand with your feet hip distance apart. And first, grip the floor with your toes. So you're forming almost a suction cup feeling with your feet. Your legs are firm, your feet are firm, your thighs are firm, and your buttocks is firm. And hips are going to start going forward. So if you're beginning to experience, which many people do right away, a compression in the lower back, I want you to, instead of thinking bend back, I want you to think elongate and stretch the heart up to the ceiling. So you're lifting up and you're creating space in your vertebrae. You're not bending your knees. You're creating space. Inhale, come up. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you get dizzy, you're normal. When we first start working with these back bends,
which today is actually strengthening the legs exercise, not back bend at all. But when we start going that direction and you haven't done it in a while, your body has to assimilate and get used to creating these movements again. So we're going to try it one more time. Your feet, hip distance or a little bit more. They can even be yoga mat wide apart. But I don't want you to bend your knees. Grip the floor, strengthen the legs, strengthen the thighs, strengthen the buttocks, pull the belly in, and first and foremost, think hips forward, hips forward, hips forward. And now, elongate. Think chest up to the sky. Find space between all of the vertebrae. You can even lift your arms up to the ceiling as you slowly start going back, back, back. Inhale, come up. That's the activation that we have to be consciously aware of to be able to eventually drop all the way back, and then using the same awareness to stand back up. So just like when we had our buttocks all the way down, if you fall into it, you're going to fall on the floor and have difficulty standing back up again. So you have to maintain the awareness in the legs to be able to drop all the way down before you then come up. Same thought in dropping back, because if you just collapse into the arms, then all of your weight has been distributed to your hands, and it's virtually impossible to find the strength again to come back up out of dumping into your hands. Last time. So, firm feet, hips forward, hips more forward, firm buttocks, elongate the spine, heart to the ceiling, feel your lungs and lungs. If it's scary with your hands going back and you feel like it's too much weight, then you can use the wall and walk with your hands on the wall for support, or don't even think about arms up. Think instead arms are on your legs and you just let your hands slide down the legs. Squeeze the buttocks, extend the heart, find space between the vertebrae, and most difficult, get control of your breath. When we start doing these kinds of yoga asana, we start holding our breath. So you've got to figure out how to find peace in the pose, and the way to find peace in the pose is breath control. Breath control. So, come back into your child's pose, resting position. Really elongate the spine. Pressing the sit bones down to the heels. We're stretching out the spine. We're doing an opposite bend from the upper body bending backwards. Now the upper body is bending forward, and that's restorative. In yoga, we always do an opposite stretch after each and every stretch to maintain balance in the muscular system, the skeletal system. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Inhale, come up, lay down, take rest. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and it'd be great if you subscribed. Namaste.